What if you scribbled an idea on a napkin and it became a limitless scale tech company poised for exit? What if you had a vision of eliminating an inefficiency in your community, industry, or the world, and you had a chance to co-found a company and bring this product or service to the market? What if we could positively impact every social issue with tech? 10X Tech Tank is the #1 daily show for everything tech entrepreneurship. And whether you are technical or not, you will learn, be inspired, and witness transformation in the making. People will share tech ideas on napkins. People will showcase minimum viable tech products. People will explain their cash-flowing tech companies looking for acceleration. And if the person is right, and their idea is right, and the market is right, and the business model is right, then there's a great chance you will witness some serious magic. We are on a mission to build, scale, and sell 10,000 tech companies in 10 years. And we invite you to make history with us. Together, we achieve more.
Welcome to 10X Tech Tank. Jared Yellin here, co-founder of 10X Incubator, and we got the one and only,
Eric Nowoslawski. I'm the VP of Growth for the 10X Incubator.
Listen, we are so honored to have you tonight. Listen, in the chat, is this your first episode or how long have you been tracking with us? We go live Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time for 1 hour with 4 entrepreneurs, and we're not doing this for us. We're busy dudes. We are on calls every 30 minutes of every day with people just like those that are going to be coming up presenting their big ideas. They're pitching us. We have Eric working with our portfolio companies, over 100 companies, building sales automation to set up high quality sales meetings for them after buying data and then putting it inside of his crazy sales systems to generate meetings that lead to high level conversions. We're not doing this for us. We're doing this for you. We're doing this because we deeply believe everyone's meant to be a tech founder. Everyone. And the only reason why you're not a tech founder yet is you're not giving yourself the permission to think that way. You're thinking too small. You're telling yourself that you're not technical. You don't have the resources. You don't have the time. I'm just going to play it safe. Listen, stop playing it safe and stop letting limiting beliefs drive your life. We do this for you because we believe that there's a chance that you're going to hear someone else share an idea and that becomes your moment. Your moment where you tap into that courage that exists inside. The moment where you go and you extract that genius that's meant to be seen by the world. And the moment that you raise your hand and you say that you're ready. And when that moment comes, we invite you to go to 10xincubator.com and submit your idea. Fill out the written application and start the process. So maybe, just maybe, you can be in the tank with Big E and myself because our desire is to say yes to you. And as a member of our audience, we do have a favor. We have a request of you, is that when you hear an idea you love, please let us know. And when you hear an idea that you're not a fan of, please let us know. You will influence us when it comes to moving forward into due diligence or not with these wonderful entrepreneurs. So let's get the show started. And we have Taylor and Roger. Welcome to the tank. Where are you calling in from?
Hey, we're calling in from Dallas, Texas.
Awesome, welcome. Awesome. You got 5 minutes, share your big idea. Please take it away.
Okay, so Dabble is a subscription membership service. Our app actually just went live on the App Store yesterday.
Congratulations.
So you can find us under Dabble Dallas.
Awesome.
It's a membership service that's meant to change the way that people interact with their cities. So what we provide is complimentary food and drink vouchers to different bars and restaurants in town, as well as access to different events for meetups, for happy hours, networking events, concerts, different ways for people to meet different folks throughout the city. We launched Dabble at the height of the pandemic, and we knew that very regularly people, went to the same 3 to 4 bars and restaurants. And at the end of the day, it just seemed silly that we're living in a city that has more restaurants per capita than New York City, and we're not varying where we're going at all. But I also knew that from my friends specifically that they weren't going to go unless they had a reason to do so. And that's where the idea for Dabble hatched. Before building an app, we ran our subscription and our voucher system through text messages just to get some market validity or market validation. And once we had a few hundred subscribers that way, and the overwhelming majority suggested that we created an app, That's kind of what brought us to our MVP, which is now sitting in the App Store. Rogers is my advisor, my investor. He is the founder of the Rogers Healy's companies, and has helped me along this journey. And that's one of our market strategies as well, is leveraging his staff for exposure. We have a few SMU students who are our interns who are bringing Dabble to the sororities for the 21 plus age range. We're also targeting transplants and couples, young professionals, everyone and anyone who's going out at least 3 times a week.
Yeah, awesome. And if I can add to that, I am not dressed appropriately. I'm sorry. I just worked out to try to stay youthful. But I own a real estate company. I've got the largest independently owned real estate company in Texas and the 15th in the country. But my passion in business is with investing, specifically startups. I've been a part of over 40 seed round investments and angel rounds. Met Taylor, bet on the jockey, not the horse, and now really believe in the horse as well. My company consists of people ranging from 19 to late 80s, where we're trying to hit every target demographic. But a city like Dallas, Nashville, Atlanta, Miami, et cetera, is millennial heavy. 40% of US home buyers right now are millennials. And so this is something that is a great coupling, where every single day a city like Dallas-Fort Worth has 347 millennials moving there daily that don't have a network in a city like Dallas. So to me, this is not just a software play, it is a meetup play. It's like a dating app. And so for me, I saw that, and I've been a part of some startup apps as well with people that started Tinder and other companies and the likes. And I see the potential to scale this thing pretty quickly. Taylor knows her stuff. She's a very rare breed of entrepreneur, where she's got strategy, she's got systems, and she's also got some gumption. But I think it's got big picture possibility, especially with the fact that every single day there's thousands of people turning 40, which means every single day there's people that are also turning 21. And to go and leverage that and have someone like Taylor driving the ship, my wife and I are the part of the funding behind it, but it's really just more of an opportunity to see somebody do something special, because I'll never be on the cover of Time for owning a real estate company or having a mustache, but eventually I'll be mentioned in the interview. So that's awesome. She's got her stuff together, and it's been really fun to watch it grow very quickly.
Awesome. Kudos to you, Roger, for just seeing potential.
Thanks.
Taylor, you're very impressive. Congratulations with what you've done. So I just want to highlight a few things, because it's really important for everybody to learn while others are in the tank. I love what you did for market validation. You heard that? Like, I love that. Scrappy, just test it. Is it even worth going into development? What kind of feedback did you get during the market validation that led you to say, yes, there's something here, like actual feedback?
Yeah, so one thing to keep in mind with Dabble specifically, and one thing that I learned from researching ClassPass, is Dabble very much serves a two-sided marketplace. And so we knew that understanding the value to both sides was going to be really important. So on the retailer side, the restaurants, bar side, we have people who own 10 restaurants in a group. We have a lot of folks who are giving us the feedback that Dabble helped them get more brand awareness, helped increase their foot traffic. A big facet to that for the retailer side is we're partnered with over 30 food and drink bloggers, and my exchange with them is you guys promote us in exchange for a free package, but what they're promoting isn't necessarily Dabble, it's the bar and restaurant, and it's via Dabble. So the bars and restaurants, the feedback that we got from them was that they were just really appreciative of getting that kind of exposure to our specific target demographics. And then on the consumer end, it was a lot of, people were just excited to be trying new places, and people were excited that now they had a reason to try it. And then through our events that we coupled with our featured restaurant partners for the month, people were then able to meet other dabblers. And that's kind of what Rogers is speaking to in terms of potentially like a dating app or a meetup play, because that was a huge benefit for our consumers, especially coming out of the pandemic, where now not only we know that urban loneliness for young professionals is very much alive and well, but in a pandemic especially. So So people were just, I think, grateful for the opportunity to be able to meet new people and be incentivized to do so through the complimentary items.
Love it. Question. So what are your needs right now? So you're live. Do you need software development support? Do you need promotion? Do you need investment? What are your specific needs? And it could be all the above, but explain why as well.
Yeah. So what I think we need right now is help with, I need to hire people. The community management side of things with the bars, restaurants, retailers is a full-time job. Being an event planner is a full-time job. Doing the sales and marketing is a full-time job. And we're leveraging our assets, our wonderful interns, to offset some of that need right now. But to be able to bring 1 to 2 people on full-time would be fantastic.
Let me add to that as well. I think it's a strategic partnership play, and this is just your typical. And I've lived this as an entrepreneur for the last 20 years. She can only be one place at a time, and to have people that are foot soldiers for this, that believe in it, whether they're investors or not. And I think that's what's worked out really well with these restaurants around Dallas. Dallas is the city you go to if you want to see if something can live or die in the retail or restaurant world. Literally, this is where we have more restaurants and retail per capita than any other top 50 metro city in the country. And so just to have people that are kind of boots on the ground, whether it's interns, whether it's salespeople, et cetera, but to get the brand and realize this is going to be a couple years before we start turning a profit, I think that's going to be something in the near future that's going to be needed, because again, I have a full-time job outside of this, and her full-time job is being herself. So to have people that can actually preach this and understand it will be crucial.
For sure, 100%.
Yeah, we agree with those channel partnerships as well. Sometimes people tell us their go-to-market strategy is Facebook ads, and we're like, whoa, like we got to try partnerships first. But anyway, so my question is, what's the revenue model here? How is the platform self-sustaining if you're giving out free passes?
Yeah, that's a great question. So right now we have 5 revenue streams that we've identified.
Awesome.
One is a subscription service. So these people are getting complimentary items, but they're paying $20 a month. From there, we also have our events. So some of the events are free. Some of the events are just meetups, and you'll leverage your complimentary item at that event. But other events are going to cost $10, $15, and they'll also include food and an additional drink. Once we start scaling a little bit more, Rogers and I have talked about the play of potentially incorporating a restaurant participation fee, advertising, so events and in-app ads, being able to charge people to have a seat in the app. They're getting exposure to all of these people, whether or not they're signing up for their events or attending their restaurants. But being able to charge people for those ads in the app. And then lastly is the data collection side. We're going to be able to see very quickly a lot of habits of these folks that are going to bars, restaurants, when they're going, what they're redeeming. And yeah, we see a big
awesome
revenue stream.
And so, by the way,
it's a waterfall play. You get a sorority, the sorority model. You get one girl in there spending $20 a month. You'll get 200 spending 20 a month. They get the benefit of it. They tell their friends, and it just keeps going down. From an incestual perspective. But again, that just spreads like wildfire to a city that had DC, Chicago, Miami, Dallas, Nashville, Atlanta, Houston. Whatever, any millennial-based city. We have that. And again, the thing about places like Dallas is 5 years ago, we had one area that a 23-year-old would want to live. Now we have 7 or 8. You take that model to Los Angeles, you take it to San Francisco, you take it to San Diego, it's a wildfire play. And this is something different where you can actually pay for you can charge for the subscription because they see the benefit of it very quickly versus something that is just sign up as many people as you can, get their phone number, their email, and sell it. A la, dating sites. This is a pretty simple model, and it benefits both parties very, very quickly.
Yeah. Well, I'm definitely interested.
Yeah, I'm a yes. You are so impressive, Taylor. Amazing. I'm a yes to continue in the process with due diligence. But let's have our audience as well. Would you use Dabble? Do you see value in this platform? If you have a restaurant or a bar, would you want to be on this platform to gain access to that audience? Taylor is an extraordinary entrepreneur. I love when young entrepreneurs show up, and they show up with just the deepest level of certainty around their skills and their desires and their passion, yet they're humble and they know that they need support. Taylor, you did an exceptional job today. Roger, thank you so much for being there to support as well. We are a yes to move forward with you, so our team will be in touch. But our chat, they can always influence us. So would you use Dabble? I hope you say yes, because I want to go deeper with this with Taylor. Congratulations to you. So
That
Eric.
pitch, it was so clean. And I think Roger's mustache will be on time.
I do. Yeah, we're going to make sure of it. We're going to make sure of it. I think you should have a mustache.
That was great.
What would Big E look like?
So a mustache and it's been a long journey, and this amount of facial hair is basically all I can do.
Okay,
yeah,
it's all right.
It's been a long journey so
All
far.
right, cool.
Yeah,
Listen,
I'm not on
no nasty comments right now. I could feel the nasty comments coming around Big E's facial hair or lack thereof. So no nasty comments. We're going to keep this thing. We're going to keep this thing positive. So one of the things that I'm so pumped about is when our co-founders' companies launch. I mean, it's so cool because it started as a napkin. It was a concept. Pretty much all of the companies in the portfolio started there. Some of them were at minimum viable product state. Some were cash flowing. Probably about 80% of them, 85% of them were conceptual. Mm-hmm. And one of those conceptual concepts, one of those ideas was Mike Searock's idea with Blueprinted. And Blueprinted is just radically changing the personal and professional development industry by producing outcomes. I mean, raise your hand. I know I can't see you. So in the chat, have you spent over $1,000 on events, online courses, books, and you went all in, but you didn't get the results you were looking for? And if I had to guess, the chat's lighting up right now. Tiffany, is it lighting up? Yes, she gave me a thumbs up. It's lighting up right now because that's just so common. And the authors and the creators of that content, it's not that they don't want you to get results. They just don't have the right conduit to support you to get those results. Well, that's until Blueprinted. Check out this commercial right now.
Blueprinted is the place where you can go in and put those steps in there and then be able to impact the world and monetize on that by having a marketplace in the community that we're developing for you in Blueprinted.
So we've created the app for any expert to be able to come in and put their steps, their exact steps to success in our app and put it on a marketplace where people can go and buy their steps to any success.
Did you see that? I mean, it's so cool.
Man.
Mike Searock had an idea on a piece of paper, on a napkin, and his vision was, I want to create some type of platform where people can help people. And that's what Blueprinted is. It's a chance to be an architect, which is someone that's accomplished something, and then work with our team to help you reverse engineer your success so that somebody else has the same goal that you've already accomplished, can buy your blueprint in the marketplace, you get paid, they get what they're looking for, the results. If you want to be one of our first 100 architects, I invite you right now. Head over to blueprinted.com/VIP. All right, who is up next? We got Gabe in the house. Gabe, where are you calling in from tonight?
Boca Raton, Florida. How are you?
Awesome. Great to see you, Gabe.
Great.
Honored to have you here, man. You got 5 minutes. Take it away.
All right. So what I have is very, very conceptual, but it's a way for everyday, average people to save up for an upcoming event. So save up cash for an upcoming event. Stems a lot from one of the things that Grant always preaches, which is kind of get your money off your own shores. So we'll take, for example, let's say you have a upcoming vacation that you want to go on. You want to take the family to Disney, for example. Let's say it's in a year. You want to have $6-7 grand saved up. So what you would do is you would basically have a little piggy bank on our website that would then extract money on a daily basis from your account. So from your primary checking account, that money would then be parked somewhere, off your own shores on a daily basis, like piece by piece. So you don't have to cut a $5,000 check for $6,000 check. You cut a couple bucks a day. That goes into a separate account. That money gets stored. When it's time to actually use that, or when it's time to make that big purchase, that big event, you then have that money sent over to you via check, like a bill paid check or a transfer or something like that. Same method could also be used for your monthly payments. So whether it be your mortgage, your rent, or your car payment, or whatever large payments you have on a monthly recurring basis as well. This is basically just taking your money, any fixed monthly or annual, or even every 5 years. You're taking your fixed expenses like that, and you're taking that money, you're pulling that money into a separate account that's kind of out of sight, out of mind until the time comes when you actually need it.
Awesome. So why are you the right person to do this?
Because I used to use this. I realized I used to have this in a separate tool that it's a company that's no longer in existence, and I found a lot of benefit from it. It really helped me personally. And I think it would help a lot of other people. It's the envelope method, right? It's like a very popular savings method, but it's an envelope method, but now just taken to an online format. Cool. I think it would help people tremendously in saving, and it would help people not feel like they're always struggling or staying behind on things.
And how would the platform make money?
Platform makes money in the sweep. So the platform makes money by storing that money. So as we're storing the money, we're collecting interest on that money.
Cool. Got it. What do you got, Eric?
Awesome. So this is bigger than just events too. This could help people save for anything that they might need, right? So how could they easily save and integrate that into their life where they don't have to be thinking about it? What's your idea for that?
So the idea is that it's done for you, and it's done for you in small chunks. So on a daily basis, again, it's most people are going to notice a couple $1,000 check being cut out of their checking account, or but they're not going to really notice $25 a day or $15 a day for that big event that they have coming up. So all it really is, it's tricking your mind into like a delayed gratification. Yep. By forcing. So imagine before you wake up in the morning, you've already done 200 sit-ups. At the end of 6 months, you're going to feel great, and you wouldn't even have really realized that it actually happened.
Okay. Yeah, absolutely.
And you said you used a version of this in the past, so why does that not exist anymore? That company? Do you have any
so it was an app. It was an app called Simple App. They got purchased by BBV. They were trying to use. So this was an add-on to their banking tool. They were like an online bank only. They got bought out, and then they basically closed down the app. But that feature is no longer available anywhere.
Got it. Cool.
Yeah, absolutely.
So they were acquired for $150 million.
Oh, great. So what I think is interesting is a software like Acorns will take the difference between, if you spent $2.50 on a coffee, and it's going to take the 50 cents and it's going to go invest it somewhere. And so, but you're talking about not these microtransactions. You're talking about a little bit bigger of a transaction coming out of somebody's bank account every single day, $5, $10, $15, $25, that then would be saving into something. So exactly. What would we be able to do differently that they can't do for themselves already? Because it is possible already in a bank account to automatically send $10 to a separate bank account 100%. Every single day. So what would we do differently that would be 10x better than what they're currently doing?
What we're doing differently is we're taking it out of completely out of their
out of their whole control.
Correct.
Oh, I see.
So I've done similar things to this where I've opened up separate online savings accounts, Capital One 360, and I'll pull cash into there just so it's out of my mind. And I find it to be very, very helpful. Just to have it so when I'm opening up my Chase app on my phone, I don't see that cash because the point is for me not to see that cash. The point is for it to be gone. It's just it's out of sight, out of mind, and that's what makes it psychologically easier to stomach that extraction of cash on a daily basis for that big event.
How do you get to market? How do we get to 1 million users? Say we don't exist. What are some of your ideas to get attention?
It's ideally. So the reason I'm even pitching it here is because I think that the 10x GC crowd would eat it up. I think it just makes sense whether you're looking for Cardone Capital or you're looking to go to an event for a couple $1,000. I think it's a perfect event. So that would be an initial kind of rollout would be just to kind of let people know about the process because it aligns so well with the built-in audience that is already here. Once we have that, then it's just a matter of Facebook ad retargeting that kind of.
So pretend I'm Grant Cardone. Sell me on why I should let you speak on GrowthCon stage in front of 10,000 people to talk about this idea.
Well, it's a great question. I think there's a product and a tool that can really, really help every single person that's in the audience. And it also helped drive sales for 10x, and it's something that no one else is doing right now. It's a way for every single person, whether the guy who bought a couple $100 ticket or a couple $1,000 ticket, to be able to save in a much easier way, and it aligns very, very well with that. Take the money off my shores kind of philosophy.
Got it. And sell now you're standing on stage, so you sold me. You're on stage. What are you going to say on stage in 60 seconds to get 50% of that room to go and download this app? What are you going to say in those 60 seconds?
I would say every single person here, who here wants to be able to make a large purchase next year, but doesn't think that they can do it? I have a way I can guarantee that you can do it. And I can show you very, very easily how to do it. Download this app right now and I'll walk you through it.
Gabe could sell, man.
And
quick close. I love it. Go, keep going.
And once we get the sign up, then it's easy. Not easy, but once you get them to throw on like their car payment, so now they're saving on a monthly basis for something. Now we can pitch on a bigger picture. So now, do you want to go to whatever boot camp? Cool. What if I told you boot camp? I can easily get $14 out of your checking account on a daily basis and get you to boot camp, and you have a great time.
Yeah, very cool. Eric, what are your thoughts?
Yeah,
and the chat. Would you use this platform on the chat as Eric is now thinking about what his next steps will be with Gabe? Would you use this platform? Do you see value in having a tool that holds you accountable on a day-by-day basis to put money aside to be able to cause the outcome, which is vacations, events, or anything that you want for that matter? So Eric, what are your thoughts?
So Gabe, those are the toughest questions to answer. It's always so tough. Unexpectedly, like what would you say to Grant to get him into your idea? So great way that you were answering those questions. Those are always the toughest. I'm gonna say I want to enter into due diligence. One, because I like financial technology and I always want to look more. Two, I think that at this point, this solution is 3x better than what people are currently doing. I have some ideas around how we could use game theory and gamification to 10x this idea and make it 10x better than what people are doing right now. So that's why I want to step into due diligence. I agree, people are completely myopic about saving money and being able to create their future for themselves, and they live in the now instead of doing things that they need to be doing in the future. And could you imagine, when that non-accredited fund is set up again, whenever that happens for Cardone Capital, how it could change somebody's life if they're constantly sending $15 a day to the real estate fund? That would be insane.
So listen, I was an until you did your pitch, because you really did a good job. That's hard to do. I mean, it's
really tough.
you didn't see that one coming. You did a great job in the pitch. So I was I don't know. I really like Gabe. Like now I like that he pitched. I know that Eric has some ideas in this space because he talks a lot about financial literacy and fintech. Obviously Grant does as well. So I'm a yes on due diligence to go deeper into this with you, to take it from, like Eric said, a 3x to a 10x. And there's a lot of integration within the Cardone ecosystem where this makes sense as well. But we do want our audience to have a say. What are your thoughts? Should we move forward with Gabe? Gabe, thank you so much for being here tonight. You did an awesome job. Great job with that pitch, man. That is definitely not easy to do. But please let us know in the chat, would you use a platform like this? Listen, this is fun, man, right? Like, think about it. We have people come to us every evening. There's 4 change maker entrepreneurs sharing their ideas, and then we have a chance to say yes or no on due diligence. And you have a chance to say yes or no on due diligence as well. I think about the time when Peggy reached out to us. Peggy from Field Pocket, one of our co-founders. This is a mother of 5 or 6, right?
Yeah,
I think 6. And she lives on a farm in Nebraska. And she defines herself as a farmer's wife. So she runs the business of the farm in the house while her husband is running the actual farm itself. And Peggy had an idea. It was like on a piece of paper, literally just like this. And look what happened. Take a look at this commercial right now.
What if you could increase profit and transparency on your farm for generations to come? What if you were able to save dozens of hours each month? What if you were able to reduce the time and stress spent on bookkeeping during harvest season? What if we had an answer to your prayers? The solution is called Field Pocket. Field Pocket is a software application to keep track of farmers' harvest data. From grain contracts to managing delivery tickets and settlement sheets to linking all the documents in organized reports. The app automates previously manual tasks on the farm to create a more efficient and reliable tracking system for farmers, allowing them to ditch their paper and pen approach and automate data analysis related to grain tracking and payments. But enough of the tech talk. Field Pocket will give you time to spend with your children. Field Pocket will eliminate the stress of running the business of the farm. Field Pocket will reap you benefits that you never thought possible. Here at Field Pocket, we aim to increase your quality of life on the farm for generations to come. Simple as that. We invite you to join a Field Pocket family so that you have more time for your family.
So you worked closely with Peggy.
Yeah, I really did.
How much pride do you have in what Peggy was able to accomplish now as what we call a sexy tech family?
You know, and that was one of the first products that I had a huge influence on when I joined the team. And what we really needed to do was we took this really big idea of managing an entire farm in a software with huge competition, private equity, hedge funds. A lot of people don't know this, but Bill Gates is the largest owner of farmland in America. Lots of competition. And then we broke it down and we said, this is what farmers need right now. We can build this quickly and we can bring it to market. And that's why I'm so proud of what Peggy has accomplished.
Yeah, and she's out there now. She is spreading the message.
Podcasts, stages,
webinars, events.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what it looks like. An idea on paper months ago. Her whole family rallied around it. Her kids picked the name and the logo.
Yeah.
Like, listen, that's what we call tech entrepreneurship. It's why you, as someone who's watching this show, you need to be on the show with us. You need to then take a step and become a tech founder with us. Have the courage, like Daryl here. So Daryl, you're up next, man. Where are you calling in from tonight? You're on mute, by the way. There you go.
Almost there.
I'm in Florida now, my friend.
You're in Florida?
Yeah.
Good stuff. We love Florida entrepreneurs. All right, my friend, you got 5 minutes. Take it away. What do you got for us?
Thanks, boys, for having me. Jared, excellent gap you're filling. There's so many people that definitely need this. I've been playing small for 4 years with this idea, and you guys bringing out this new gig. It's just going to help thousands and thousands of people.
Thank you.
And I appreciate you coming to market, helping these people just like me. So I'm going to share my screen. Where is that? Right here. These classes, you guys will get there one day too.
Florida entrepreneurs.
Yeah.
Florida tech entrepreneurs. I mean, listen, we're taking down Silicon Valley. Hey, Silicon Valley, we're coming for you here in Florida. Actually, it's not even just Florida though. It's anywhere. We want entrepreneurs anywhere. Anywhere. We have founders now in little towns in Arkansas and Ohio, in a village in New Zealand. We have tech founders in towns where there's never been any tech, like ever. Like Derek from Pueblo, Colorado, will be the first tech founder in the history of a town. Freaking damn cool stuff. Oh, okay, take it away. We can see your screen now.
Thanks, Jared.
Cool, awesome.
Okay, so I'm very direct and to the point. You guys are looking for 4 things. I'm adding 5 things. Can I do a play and are you guys good like that now?
Yeah, you're good. You're perfect. Yep.
Yeah, perfect. Okay, so I'm going to hit the 4 points that you guys are looking for. I'm only going to add 1 point here. So the problem, I know Eric's going to be all over me. Hey, how big is this problem? Is it a $10 problem that 1,000 people have? No, the problem is way bigger than that. It's geographically restricted entrepreneurs. They've got 4 huge, big pain points. And my business is my story. I used to be there until 5 years ago. So I owned a granite countertop business, and I had 7 employees. We were making lots of money, and we had a great business. But I was still capped on my income. That's a huge pain point and frustration for me. Although I owned my own business and had people working for me, I was still trading time for money. I was still in that wrong vehicle that Grant pounds in our head. I was in the wrong vehicle, and I was spread way too thin. I didn't have time to do anything else. And the biggest pain point, like I was comfortable. We had a great living. We had all kinds of materialistic things that don't mean anything to me today. But we had a great life. But my biggest pain point was I felt short on, I was 50 years old, so I felt short on retirement funds. So realtors, insurance people, contractors, renovators, all these geographically restricted entrepreneurs are still capped and frustrated. So it's a major problem out there. And I have a solution to support local businesses. So my idea, guys, is I want to advertise these local businesses who can't really take advantage of digital marketing. They have a website, that does shit for them. They have a Facebook page, that does nothing again for them. They're advertising and posting their business to their friends and family on Facebook. They really have no digital strategy that supports local businesses where they can expand to a great proportion, because they're geographically restricted. They're still trading their time for money. They can only do so much. So my solution for these people has to be simple. They're all scattered. They've been wearing 17 hats. It's got to be simple, and there has to be fast results. So my idea is Wi-Fi advertising for these local businesses where they just plug in a router and it's completely automated and it is done for them. Their ad, just like YouTube, it's the same example as YouTube shows your ad before we watch a video. It's identical to that, only using existing traffic in local areas, local busy areas. I say restaurants, but there's other avenues as well. Local busy areas that display their ad relevant to where people are looking on their phones all day long, and it's local advertising differently. So that's my idea. The market, again, guys, it's geographically restricted people. It's realtors, insurance agents, mortgage brokers, all types of contractors, renovators, even chiropractors, dentists, and this would be perfect for auto dealers. Every single repair shop or service department in the auto industry could have this Wi-Fi router set up, collecting data and automate marketing on autopilot for these establishments. Realtors are perfect. I've got 2 ways to help realtors. We can go in that later, but it really helps all geographically restricted entrepreneurs. Getting to the business model, guys, I want worldwide partners. My idea 2 weeks ago, before I was introduced to you guys and had the opportunity to do this, was I want worldwide partners. They're geographically restricted. I want to give them this Wi-Fi marketing system for their business. I want them to implement this Wi-Fi marketing system into their business so they can generate leads locally. But what I want to do is I want to get them in.
Yeah, 1 minute, Darryl. 1 minute. 1 minute. You're doing great. 1 more minute. Yeah, 1 more minute. We'll ask you questions.
You got it. So I want to create worldwide partners that distribute this as affiliates. And why me? I'm a 10Xer for 4 years now. I've been sitting on this idea with internal problems that I didn't want to take big. I didn't really actually want to lose my freedom. So I'm committed now. I'm determined now. I figured out a way not to lose my freedom and build this business big. And I'm definitely the person. I went on stage once and crushed it. Before COVID, I got shut down. And I'm definitely prepared. I have no distractions and 100% committed to actually building this business way bigger. So the last few seconds, just to cover all my bases, guys, how many people have this problem? Lots, all geographically restricted entrepreneurs. How much money is it costing them? Every single day it's costing them a lot of money. How often? Every single day. The person, I have the background, guys, my story, my business is my story. I'm definitely flexible, no distractions, committed with now huge, big targets. So my idea, is my idea feasible? I believe it's different, it's relevant to the marketplace, it's interesting and compelling, and it eliminates the 4 huge pain points that these people have. And the market is big enough. I don't have any specific numbers.
Cool. All right, Eric, let's dig in. Go for it.
Darryl, thank you so much. Okay, great. So, Darryl, how would you implement this strategy into a geographically restricted entrepreneur? Did you say that you would use a hardware router to do this?
There's two processes. I want to introduce the router to advertise the local business. And then I also want to take these people on as partners and give them a new vehicle, a new stream of income that's actually completely automated and digital. So I want them to become partners and sell this service in their industry. If I sell it to an auto dealer, I want them to take it to all auto dealers in the friggin' world. If they're a realtor, I want that realtor to take it to a broker who has 500 brokers, or to the RE/MAX, take it to those people.
And I might be missing what you want to take to them, right? So the idea is that you would be able to have essentially sponsored Wi-Fi, correct? That people would be able to collect leads from because people connect to the Wi-Fi and instantly that's some real estate, digital real estate that you'd be able to capture from, right?
Correct.
So why would one auto dealer want to bring this to every auto dealer in the entire world?
For the partnership agreement and the commission they're going to receive, and they're not competition.
Oh, I see. And so then they would be the joint venture partner that they themselves would be collecting leads and information of people who connect to their Wi-Fi, and then they would help other dealerships do the same thing.
They use the Wi-Fi router for their personal self, and then they sell the system to help others in the same industry for a commission on selling the system.
Okay, great. And so why do you have to go with a router? Why don't you do a bypass portal to sign into a Wi-Fi?
Like a cloud-based thing?
Yeah, a cloud-based one, because then you'd be able to multiply the things that they already have versus completely implementing a new router.
Say that again, Jonathan?
So instead of being able, so it sounds to me, if you have a router, you have to replace the process that they already have. But if we had a cloud solution, you'd be able to multiply the process that they already have, right? So why go with replace versus multiply?
Right, it's not really replace, it's adding to, and then it's a separate system that's now secure, so they don't have to give out passwords to their system. This is a separate system. Or we can actually go way bigger in stadiums and hotels and tap into the existing cloud controllers that they already have.
Yeah, I see. And so then what would be, I understand the revenue model, but what is the price that you're thinking of in your head? Is it like an enterprise level price or is it a small, medium business price?
It could be anything, and this is where I'm flexible. I haven't taken it to market yet, and this is where I need the help. This system is built, it's ready to go. I need help to take it to market. Before I met you guys a week ago, this is what I was doing. I was doing $1,400, selling it to everybody. It would cost me with the commission and the router. I would make $1,000 profit, and that's how I priced it. But this is definitely flexible, and I believe too cheap.
So what kind of feedback have you received from the businesses that you've sold this to so far?
So I escaped from Canada. I'm the guy who escaped from Canada a few months ago, and I had a few of these working in the restaurants in Canada over the last few years, but again, playing very, very small. So I only sold to restaurants. Since I'm here in Florida with my eyes wide open and seeing new opportunity, I want to help restaurants and I want to help all self-employed, geographically restricted people with a new product and service. So this is how I've just rejigged it, and I haven't gone to market yet. Actually, I have a meeting at 10 o'clock with 5 people. So I will get feedback in 1 hour about this, but the feedback has been great because it's different. People haven't heard this before, so they're compelled to listen to more.
Got it. What do you say when someone says they're from Canada? What is that like?
The whole Cardone team, it's not just me. They say A when they close a sale. But now Jared's just putting me on the spot for something I said one time.
So you were selling in Canada. So, and even if it's just a few restaurants, what kind of feedback did those restaurants give you?
Yeah, once that system was in and it was automated, they didn't want to get rid of it. Unfortunately, when I left, all the restaurants were closed. I had to move my physical body and get in an environment where business was happening and things were opening. So that's why I'm starting fresh with a new idea, helping more people, not just restaurants. We actually want to give this system to restaurants because they already have the existing traffic.
So is this just a go-to-market thing now? Is there anything that's still needed on the product side?
There isn't. It's ready to go. It's go to marketing, and I need polishing with my messages. I just did a realtor specific site. I finished it yesterday, so I have that to display. You guys can watch that, see where I need polishing, but this product is ready. It's been developed for a few years now. I just been playing small, guys. It's ready to go big.
No, we get it, Daryl. We definitely won't let you play small. So in the chat, would you use this as a geographically restricted entrepreneur? Do you see value in having a platform like this? Eric, what are your thoughts on moving forward?
I think it's really interesting because this is like a lead capturing tool that nobody has really taken advantage of before. There's tons of times that you sign into Wi-Fi and then, nobody does anything with your information. Imagine instead of needing a password, you had to have a verified phone number instead. And now the business has your mobile phone number, and they still prove that you're a real person because you're using a verified mobile number. There's some interesting things in that, Daryl. I'd want to take some next steps forward, absolutely.
I was originally an and then when Eric started asking questions, I got your responses, and it clarified a few things that I wasn't completely certain on when you were pitching. So I'm a yes, too, to move forward with due diligence. But I really do want to lean on the audience for this one, because I'm sure there's thousands of people in this audience that are geographically restricted entrepreneurs, and they want to find ways to get more data, right? Data is something that is it's a currency.
Data is the new oil.
It's the new oil. So as a geographically restricted entrepreneur, would you use this platform in your business? Awesome job, Daryl. We appreciate you, man. We'll be in touch for sure.
Thanks, Daryl.
Listen, one of the things that I stand so deeply for is tech that changes the world. Tech that impacts the way that people live. And one of our companies is called FarmBridge. Before we talk about FarmBridge, take a look at this commercial.
What if there was a way to guarantee farm fresh produce in the home of every family in your zip code? What if you and your family could launch a business out of your home, place of worship, or anywhere you desire? What if you could become part of the solution to current healthcare crisis that plagues our world? What if you could become your local farm bridge? We are on a mission to find one local health enthusiast in every zip code from around the world to launch a local farmers market. This business opportunity will take only a few hours a week and produce significant income for you and your family. Plus, it's a force for good as we unite and simplify the process of connecting local farmers with local families so that farm fresh produce exists within every home in your community. We are on a mission to revitalize our soil, help the farmers who work tirelessly to provide high nutrient foods to our families, and strengthen the health of our nation that has been manipulated into consuming low nutrient, ultra-processed foods. Together, we can grow the number of thriving, sustainable farms and increase human health and longevity through creating ease in access to high nutrient foods. Spots are limited and zip codes are being claimed quickly, so if you could see yourself as part of the solution, we invite you to join our movement.
So Eric, when you see FarmBridge, let's do a fun little exercise. 5 years from now, it works. There's literally 100,000 farmers markets around the world. What happens to that child that now has access to farm fresh produce? What happens to that family? What kind of impact does FarmBridge create?
I think it's going to set us back into a time where processed foods wasn't the most available food for people to eat. A time where everyone was eating real food and going to a farmer's market and getting something straight from a farmer, not something that's going through a full processing system that's getting delivered from Madagascar and then coming to your grocery store. It's about bringing people to healthy, affordable food that ultimately changes their life. Food is medicine. People don't ultimately understand that. People come to me as I'm very much into health, and they ask me questions, and they say, well, what supplements should I be taking, and should I be using this recovery tool, and like these things. It's like, if you're not sleeping, eating, and working out correctly, then you're not doing anything. And FarmBridge stands to have affordable produce in the plate and the stomach of every American.
Yeah, I love it. Listen, I'm gonna hard close you right now. Go to farmbridge.com and start your own farmers market. We have an opportunity right now. It's a business opportunity for 1,000 total people. We've already sold hundreds of these, so there's less than 1,000 as we speak. Go to farmbridge.com and take personal responsibility to bring farm fresh produce to your town. It's only $500 for the first 1,000 what we call farm bridges, and they're going to be from around the world, so we can't wait to have you. Head over to farmbridge.com. You're going to save 50% of what the investment is, and you should pay 5 times the investment. That's how much of an opportunity this is for you and your family to have a whole new revenue stream and also to make a massive impact. Farmbridge.com. I got a good feeling about this next one, Eric. I don't know what it is. I got a good feeling because we have Ariola in the house. Ariola, where are you calling from?
So, nice to meet you all.
Great to meet you.
I am Ariola. I am originally from Albania. I've grown up in Greece, and temporarily I am in London.
Awesome.
Great.
Well, we are excited to have you. Please, you have 5 minutes. Share your big tech idea.
Excellent. So my idea is to create a social media network where people will share their insecurities and fears and just literally dissolve them.
Cool.
This is it.
That's
Wait,
a
well,
one-line.
that-
Did you like it?
Cool. So why you? Why are you the right person to build a social media network that's going to eliminate everybody's insecurities and fears? Why you, Ariola?
Because I've been there and I know how it feels. I have been through some really tough moments in my life, and I came into a realization where I understood that nothing was real. Like, my mind was making all this up. And when I shared them, I was literally liberated. And when you are liberated, the only thing that is left to do is to share it with the world. And that's why I think I'm the right person.
Did she have you at hello? One sentence close.
Yeah, a one sentence pitch.
Close. How does this become financially stable? Listen, social media platforms, when done right, have limitless scale and impact potential. But for every one that's made it, I'm going to guess there's hundreds, if not thousands, that no one ever even knows existed. How does this become financially stable? What does that look like for you?
You know what? I really believe in abundance. Like, I think when you do something from your heart, you just attract the money as well. I'm not really an entrepreneur, or I have absolutely no idea about tech companies. I just feel that this is right for the humanity right now. And I think that money is energy. So I guess whatever you put outdoors, it just comes back.
Awesome. So
I wouldn't say awesome. I don't think that's an awesome response. I don't. I listen, I'm abundant too. But if you're going to want to do something as impactful as this and eliminate people's fears and insecurities and doubts and give them back, like you said, like that freedom, like it was liberating, and you believe you're the right person, then you're also the person responsible to figure out how it could become financially viable. So I don't think it was awesome, but ask your next question, please.
Oh, so my question was about, have you ever heard of a platform called Whisper?
No.
So Whisper does something similar where you'd be able to post anonymously and then people can comment on the things that you've posted. And people share insecurities and things on there as well. What would make your platform different? And it might be tough, but because you haven't seen Whisper, but with that quick pitch, how would your platform be different than that?
You said the key word. You said it's anonymously. What I'm saying is that we have as an identity here to share our insecurities and fears. I mean, I am Ariola Seferai and I feel fat. I am Ariola Seferai and I fear death. I am Ariola Seferai and I fear judgment. This is it. This is how you dissolve it. If you say it anonymously, it doesn't make any sense, you know? You are still hiding from it.
So what does the platform do? So does it look like Facebook or Instagram where people are putting pictures up, they're stating their insecurity and people are commenting on it? Is that the experience? So how does it eliminate?
What I have imagined is something between Facebook and Instagram, where it's going to be group chats as well. But basically, we will have a profile where we will share our insecurities and fears, and then an inspirational quote that I really love them, and then just connect with each other. Let's say I have a fear of death, all right? And I have overcome this one. I will still go there and I will download this application because I really want to share it with the world and to connect with people that they are going through the same situation and just help them and say, you know what, I've been there, I know how you feel. You don't need to pretend that you are happy or share a fake photo in Instagram with cars and fancy clothes. Just be yourself and accept your inner being, you know, your true potential.
Got it. So
this is it.
So what? How do you get 1 million users on this platform in the first 90 days?
How do I get 90 million?
No, not
1 million.
1 million in the first 3 months. How do you scale fast? Because you need, for this to work, you need volume of people. So how do you get to volume of people?
Sure. So basically, what I'm thinking is that we obviously need to advertise this one, and I think that the correct, let's say correct marketing is by showing people the future. Like, for example, people that met from our platform, they can just share how liberated they are and how amazing it is to have real connections with real people and just be ourselves, you know? Like, if I meet a boyfriend or a girlfriend or a friend or whatever, it's going to be me, like, you know, I will be me. I will be me. It's me that I've been there. I know how you feel.
Okay.
And we just connect for real.
So, and now I also would want to challenge you to focus on the utility of the product. So a lot of social media sites, so say when Facebook started, Facebook could start as a social network because there wasn't too much competition. But now the way that social networks are expanding is they focus on a utility first. So TikTok focused on the fact that you could easily put music over videos, and they focused on that utility first and then shared it with people. So what would be the utility? What would be something that people can't do anywhere else that you'd focus on here, and then there would be the opportunity for them to connect with other people?
I mean, I haven't really thought about it, to be honest, but what I would say, I'm really sorry, I don't really know the word utility, what it means for real. Like,
utility
could you say?
Yeah, so utility is a tool. It's a digital function that can exist within a platform. So like I said, on TikTok, before TikTok existed, the way people were putting music over videos was they were turning on Spotify, turning on Snapchat, and playing both at the same time to put music on top. So what TikTok did was it made it easy to take a video and easily put music on top. So that was the utility. That was the function that they started with. What would be the utility and the function that somebody would come to your platform for, and then you'd be able to achieve the numbers that would turn into a social media platform?
As I said, it's all about being ourselves. I mean, you will post your achievement of the day there, or what you've been through that day, like a bad experience, or like, obviously all these things, the digital things, as I can imagine now, they will be like, you can put music, you can add all this stuff, but I'm talking about something deeper than that, and maybe that's why I don't have the answers for this question, like proper answers, because as I said, I'm not an entrepreneur or a tech. I've never worked as a tech in a tech company or something, and maybe I don't know the practical things of this, and that's why I came to you, because I know you are the right people. We can build a team in order to make this dream come true. But awesome. I will do just one question to you, if you don't mind.
Please.
Do you have fears and insecurities?
Oh, everyone does.
Everybody does, of course.
What is your sensation in the body right now? Did you share it liberated, like happy to share that with the world?
I get excited, yeah.
Okay, can you tell me one fear of yours, please, if you don't mind?
One of my fears? Letting down one of our founders.
Sorry, which one?
Letting down a founder in our portfolio.
Okay. How do you feel now?
I'm excited.
I'm really happy for that. This is what this platform is for. Honestly, I don't know if I can transmit it because my English maybe is not good or something, but I'm just trying to keep an open heart and share it with you. That the only reason why people are in their heads and they don't live free and they are not living their full potential is because they are hiding all this stuff. And obviously there are deeper fears that we have as human beings. And by sharing them, we are just liberated. And I'm saying that with 100%, like, I'm so sure about it because I've been there. I've been sexually abused in my childhood. I've been in depression for all my life, you know. And when I shared it, I was like, okay, it was nothing, you know. I'm free. I'm free.
Listen, I want to honor you. It's not easy to go into the demons and to come out on the other side. So I want to acknowledge you for that. The reason I said that I'm excited is that I think self-awareness around fear is exciting. So the fact that I have fear of letting down a founder excites me because then I am ferocious about not letting down a founder. I'm a no to move forward with the idea only because I don't see an idea here. I see something that's a really positive message. I love the spirit of it, but I don't see a tech company here yet. But yet, I do believe there's a need for something like this. It's just not this. That's just my opinion though. In the chat, is this the next social media platform? Is this the platform that's going to help eliminate fear and anxiety and overwhelm? Eric, what are your thoughts?
So that's what I said in the challenge, right? Is we need to think about what is the utility that somebody would be able to do on this tech product that doesn't exist in other places. Because you're absolutely right. This is something that exists. People need to be able to have an outlet. Sometimes they don't even have a person that they can go to. Having an outlet to release these demons and dig deep into these demons is important. But what does that utility look like? Because then also putting into a social media aspect, this is anti-social media, right? People go to social media to post their wins. They go to social media to post their highlights. And oftentimes when they post their loss, it's a little bit of like a humble brag, and there's still a spin that they're putting on one of their losses. So if you're going to go anti-social media and anti-highlight and anti-success, what's the utility that's going to deliver that in the best possible way?
And there's something, right? There is something.
Absolutely.
This in my opinion, is not that something, but maybe we're missing it. Maybe we are. Or maybe you're seeing something that we're not seeing. So in the chat, we honor your feedback. Your voice matters to us deeply. We actually have had many people on previous episodes pitch, and we didn't see it. And we've had people messaging on the chat, texting us, being like, you're missing it. And they helped us see something we didn't see. We're just two dudes up here. We happen to see a lot of pitches, thousands and thousands of pitches. So we're acutely aware of the things that we believe that we can build, scale, and sell. But it doesn't mean we can't use your help. We need your help. And that's why we do the show. We do the show to ask for your help in order to serve these 4 entrepreneurs every single day, Monday through Friday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 5 p.m. Pacific Time. But we also do this to motivate you and empower you. To motivate you and empower you not to be a spectator of the tank only. We want you to show up every night. We want this to be one of the most exciting hours of your day. We want you to sit with your significant other or your spouse, your kids. We want you to watch the tank so that you can get on the tank. To me, that's the biggest victory. The biggest victory is having this massive ecosystem of people that show up every day for the tank. And the majority, if not all of them, have the courage to come on the tank, to share their big tech idea. And when they share it, they don't share it with limiting beliefs or doubt. They share it with certainty that they're the right person with the right idea in the right market and the right business model. That's what this looks like. And like we always say, we want to say yes. We're building, scaling, and selling 10,000 tech companies in 10 years. That means we're going to say yes to 10,000 people like you. Now let's make it you. We invite you, head over to 10xincubator.com, spend the 15 to 20 minutes, fill out the written application so that we can review your idea and hopefully see you on one of our future episodes. We appreciate you always, and as we say, together we achieve more. Bye for now.
Which napkin will become the next exit? Which MVP will evolve into a unicorn? Which cash-flowing tech company will reach the next level? Our hope and desire is that it's yours. Your idea, your MVP, your cash-flowing tech company. Now is your time. Head over to 10xincubator.com and submit your idea so that you get on the tank and give us the chance to transform your napkin into an exit. That's 10xincubator.com. That's 10xincubator.com. Let's go.